no stranger to Voice of the People, Grandma Mirie. Good afternoon, Mrs.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
Very well.
Good. She's no stranger to this program. She has come here over the years to share with us all the wonderful things, and you wouldn't know, but she is almost 91. And you're looking wonderful, Grandma Mirie, and we appreciate you taking the time. But you have an event over a number of weeks that are coming up. On Thursdays, you're going to be by Julee's, and you're going to be participating in something you're calling Taste and Tell Thursdays.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this project and what do you have in mind for it to achieve?
Well, let me start from the beginning. I went to lunch or brunch, and I was served with some tukuna.
Mm-hmm.
And I told the proprietor, this is not tukuna.
Oh, Lord. Mm.
And I volunteered to go and show his chef, not knowing they had a big thing coming up on Sunday. And the request was for tukuna. So I went and I did the tukuna. And I stopped by on Sunday after church, just to interact with the guests to find out how was it. I say it's the best tukuna they have tasted. So since then, Joe and I are friends. So I said, look, man, let me come in and teach a chef some old-time things. Because they don't know about the old-time this and the old-time that, so we're going to do pepper pot.
The old-time way?
Pepper, yeah.
Right. And that one is coming up here on tomorrow, actually.
Yes.
And tomorrow happens to be International Siblings Day.
Yes.
And so they have taken that and they're going to have International Siblings Day where you're launching this famous fungi and dukana. No, fungi and pepper pot.
And the pepper pot can have it widdy.
Oh, Lord. So, most of us only hear about widdy. And so you are saying that you will be producing the authentic pepper pot with widdy
yes.
and the best fungi that anybody has ever had in Antigua and Barbuda.
Yes.
And so, how is it going to work? Somebody called it earlier and said, but Franz, how are you going to know the people and them are siblings?
No. Siblings will come. If it's two, one will get.
But what I'm going to say...
well, okay, we don't have to know if your siblings
we don't have to know, but we're going to trust you.
Yes.
We're going to trust you. Right, so that we will look at you and see if you look the same or if you're
not.
You're not care.
No.
All right. So they're saying that they don't care. But tomorrow, this is starting, by the way, at 11:30.
Yes.
And that means the fungi and the pepper pot would have already been prepared. And these are recipes that are in your book, right? The book
not the fungi.
Not the fungi.
The pepper pot.
The pepper pot.
Yeah.
They come from the book that she has written. And you will be able to taste and talk to Grandma Mirie. So much of the work will be finished in the kitchen by the time you come. All of the work will be finished. So she will be around that you can talk to her. And let me just say, Grandma Mirie is a national treasure. Eh? Anybody who you can talk to that over the age of 75 right now, you should take the opportunity to get to talk to them. And she is knocking on the door of 100 at 91 in this year. You are 91 next month, right? And so she have a lot of things that you could talk about, a lot of things that you can learn in this special weeks of preparing food. So we're starting out with fungi and pepper pot. What are some of the other traditional meals that you will be touching over the next couple of Thursdays?
Well, for one, seasoned rice.
But everybody know how to make that, no?
No, everybody can make seasoned rice.
No.
I cook the best seasoned rice.
You hear that now? She can make all kind of fighting, because...
No. When Megan got married, her husband told the group, you know, Antigua people say, and tie.
And tie.
He said, I was caught. He said, I was caught in seasoned rice. And the more I got,
the more you want.
and if not church, I cook the seasoned rice.
Yes.
And they said they never taste seasoned rice like mine.
Right. Well, so that is something not for tomorrow, but for next Thursday, coming up. And she will be there for, I believe, about 4 or 5 Thursdays.
Yes.
Sharing these recipes. Now, suppose somebody come and want to find out how you prepare this food.
I have no problem.
You have no problem sharing. So you will be on site from the 11:30 to 2 o'clock, so people can talk to you.
I'll be there before.
Oh, well, of course, you have to cook.
Yes.
So, but during the time the guests are there, you can feel free, because some people might think that they're really, really good on some things until they come and taste the food that is there. And you will have an opportunity to talk to those people. But another thing I want to ask you about, Grandma Mirie, is the wine. There is what is called the Fleming Legacy Wine Collection. Speak a little bit about that.
I had 7 siblings. One has gone on. So there were 6. So we decided, hey, let us name a wine after each sibling. And it must reflect something of their character. But I think it's a hard one, but we're trying. So we have these labels.
Let me see here.
The name's not on them yet, but we're going to have some with displaying the names and the type of wine.
Yeah, and so this one here is guava.
Yes.
Right? And so you have guava wine. And of course, the process of creating wine is a specific process. But you have been creating wine for how long, Grandma Mirie?
Donkey years.
Donkey years.
I started without a recipe. And then maybe 10 years ago, I actually got a recipe.
And so we have this guava. You have left one of them. Me and a wine drinker, but I'm curious about the natural and local fruits.
It's all, I make potato wine.
Potato wine?
Yeah.
No, you know, I want to say more than one try that, but in a potato wine, it seems like a wine.
It makes a good wine.
It make a good wine?
And I use the purple potato.
So it comes out purplish?
Yes. The only one I haven't tried is the one with sugar cane, because I say that is rum.
That's rum.
So I haven't tried that.
And I'm sure somebody else has tried it and carried through the fermenting process and so on. And indeed, we know sugar cane is the base of rum. And so you have at least 6 different wines that you have made?
I have about 20.
20? Oh, but so the sibling series, the sibling legacy series, those are special 6 that you think have a characteristic maybe of the siblings. I want to just commend you and the people who are part of your marketing, because particularly in families, we do not purposely do things to build a legacy for our families and to remember the contributions of family members. And one of the reasons why I'm quite excited about the work that you are doing here is that at the end of the day, after we are gone, all we have are the contributions that we have made to our communities and the memories. And I am just glad that you and your family, your children in particular, and grandchildren have decided that they are going to chronicle the memories of the parents and grandparents for future generations in Antigua and Barbuda. And what you've done in producing a cookbook or in producing the various products that you have, I think goes a long way and really is a model for Antiguans and Barbudans to emulate and to practice here. Because none of these things, Grandma Mirie, are things that you set out to do as a business. You were doing them before.
Just for fun.
And using them in your own life. So
Yes.
the recipe you're giving us, say, for tomorrow, for the siblings there, Julie's, is a recipe you would have prepared for your children and your family over the years.
And the whole of Antigua.
And the whole of Antigua, because it's long time
That's
you
why
cook it.
I cook pepper pot, seasoned rice, and dukana. It's for the whole of Antigua.
People come from all over.
I just have, my children will tell you, a share for this, that for that, and they're too upset.
And that is throughout your whole life.
All my life.
That is throughout your whole life. I would have heard Paddy Simon and others tell the story that there are certain homes in certain villages and community that when they cook for the community.
Yes.
And that is the story. We don't have so much of that happening now, but certainly it is going to be a part of the legacy that you have left with us. And I certainly encourage people to come out tomorrow, starting at 11:30. Now,
yes.
I'm going to have to put in an order, Grandma Mirie,
Okay.
because my show runs until 2.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do, as a matter of fact, let me talk to Joe and see if I can call in sometime after 11:30, maybe around 12:15 or so, to hear how it's going.
Of course.
Because plenty people don't tell me is they going for the lunch tomorrow, because it's not everybody know how to cook
and
pepper
we have the
pot.
special seasoning.
No, let me just pull it here. And she bring them, It's nothing she talking about. This one is called Organic Season Blend.
But it has a new name now. Pep Up the Pot.
Oh!
I haven't had the labels as yet.
Right. Pep up the pot. And, of course, she not gonna tell you the mix and the ratios of what she put in there.
I can't tell the ratio, but I can tell you what is in it.
Tell us what is in
I
it.
am not afraid. I have broadleaf thyme. What the other one they name now?
Then you have oregano.
Well, broadleaf thyme is oregano.
Oh.
I have
Tarragon.
tarragon,
Chive.
rosemary, chive. What else?
And then you have thyme.
Thyme, seasoned pepper, everything that I can find to make seasoning.
And people should know that broadleaf thyme and thyme is not the same seasoning.
But they have another thyme they call it Cuban thyme. I found out that last week, Thursday.
Oh.
And somebody gave me a piece.
And so you don't know you can plant up that.
I don't even know how to do with it. It's not green like the broadleaf thyme. It's still broadleaf. But it has some white spots. They call it Cuban thyme.
Cuban thyme. You see, the longer you live, the more you learn. And I think that is one of the important lessons that you teach, that is every single day of our lives that we can learn something. And you've taken the things that you have learned, packaged them up nicely, and put them here. How can people get, particularly the wines and the packaged products that you have?
Well, my number is 786-1865.
786-1865.
and I'm located in Casada Gardens, the back road of Kentucky.
Okay, good.
And by the way, I have a new product.
Let me see it.
I don't have the label yet.
Tell me what it is.
Cassie.
Cassie?
Yep.
Like Cassie.
Yes, Cassie.
That we eat?
Yes.
But this is one powder, Grandma Mirie.
Yes.
How you prepare this? What you do with this?
Well, let me give you this full story. I have a niece in England, and she went to this fair, and they had it on display. So she called me and told me about it. Now I have a whole hedge of cassie. Because I planted them because I know Antigua people like cassie.
Like cassie.
But it was too much work for me to go and clean them, and so my niece would come and get. And they're tall,
they're overgrown.
Yes, but I keep them for the fruit.
Right. And people don't know the red fruit on cassie that is eatable.
No, I use it and make my drink. Put it in my smoothie, put it in my kombucha.
Right.
So as soon as she sent the photo to me, I set to work. I started to work. I went and I gathered some, and by the evening, they were dried.
Mm-hmm.
Next day I went back again, and I just keep doing and doing and doing. So I have.
So tell me, because many people may not be familiar with cassie in a powder form.
It's not the young ones that we eat.
Hold on one day. Let me take the top of the hour and then we're going to come back.
This is Observer Radio, 91.1 FM.
This hour is brought to you by Battery Engineering. We know batteries inside out.
You're listening to the voice of the people on Observer Radio.
Welcome back to Voice of the People. We're having a conversation today with Grandma Mirie. She has a series of Thursdays coming up at the Julee's restaurant at the corner of Cross and Tanner Streets. Tomorrow on International Sibling Day will be the launch of a series of programs where she's going to teach how to cook real traditional things, not things that I get out of box and figure out the other day how to cook. Tomorrow they're going to have pepper pot and fungi. Pepper pot with 𝗦𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗀 bush. That's what it is?
Yeah.
And for Grandma, if I can just ask you to save piece of 𝗦𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗀 make people able to see.
I am going to.
Right, because many of us.
I had it on show some time ago, at Gloria's.
Right, but for the people who come in, it's right there in the heart of town.
And I have a plant. So
and you have a plant.
Yes, I'll take it.
I think that plant, maybe people don't know what it is. So if you can carry a piece so people can see what the 𝗦𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗀 leaf look like and understand that is not now we eating 𝗦𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗀 bush, but you put it in the pepper pot and that gives some authenticity and flavorings, make your pepper pot unique there. So she will be there tomorrow at Julee's, and it's Siblings Day. So you can bring your sibling from 11:30 to 2 and participate in this pepper pot and fungi. And for at least 4 other Thursdays after, she will be there producing some authentic local dishes. And next week, she is saying, is going to be seasoned rice. And she's
with or without pork.
Oh, Lord. My good friend Paul, he would love the one with pork, and he would come over to look for that one. But she's saying, Grandma Mirie, that her pepper pot, not pepper pot, her seasoned rice will make you slap some people. And so we're going to find out what happened next week with the pepper pot.
Even with the pepper pot, sometimes I cook pepper pot without meat. A lot of beans.
Well, the Rasta people and them will be happy to hear that. That's not the one for tomorrow though.
No.
The one for tomorrow. And pepper pot just having pork?
Yes.
It having pork. So
it doesn't have to have pork.
What I have told some people recently is cook it with the pork and take out the pork.
But people used to tell me take out the pork.
They take out the pork. That is the story that I've been given. Just put the pork on the side.
Yes.
Because really is the flavor that you want. It's just like when you cook with wine and other alcohol. You're really not drinking alcohol. You just want the flavor of the wine or the flavor of the alcohol in the food. And so I'm going to go ahead. I'm not a big pork lover. I'm going to go ahead and tell them tomorrow when they're serving out my pepper pot to go ahead and take out the pork because they're already cooking the flavor in there. So tell me, let me get back to the story of the cassie. It's in a powdered form here.
Yes.
How would this be used?
You can put it in your smoothie. I had some in my soup yesterday.
So you're cooking soup and you want to add.
You can't put in a lot because it's very slimy.
It's slimy.
Because I tested it out yesterday and I put in about a tablespoon. I said, God, this is so slimy. Yeah. But you can put it in your smoothie. So
you can consume it in your smoothie. Guys, it's a very fine powder that they have here. And to tell you the truth, I'm so excited about you making cassie in powder, because it's not a thing that I like. I mean,
I never thought of it. If my niece didn't send and tell me, it would never cross my mind.
We eat cassie traditionally with fungi.
Yeah.
Fungi and saltfish, fungi and fish. We eat it maybe with Sunday morning breakfast and so on. But it's not a thing that I like. And if I'm not mistaken, it's not a thing that people like to prepare either, because you have to take off the prickles.
No, well, see, people prefer to go to the market and buy them prepared already.
Prepared already. Because you have a little cassie on it that you have. That's where you get the name.
No, but you can't get rid of them.
How?
Put them, when you pick them, put them in a paper bag.
And the cassie drop off.
Shake it.
And the cassie drop off.
Yeah.
You see what I talk about? And now we learn about this. But people usually also use the very young cassie to cut up and cook.
Yes.
Normally, once the trees start to grow out, we don't bother with the more.
No. It keeps on bringing the young ones.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. But it grow up. Most people control the tree by cutting it back.
I didn't control mine.
You didn't control your tree.
Because I wanted the fruits.
Yeah, right, because you were growing it for something else. But this powder here is not from the younger one.
No.
This is from the
mature leaves.
And how do you crush it?
I slice it, put it in the oven.
To dehydrate it?
Yes.
Right.
And then I powder it.
Wow. And by the way, I'm sure you're not using a mortar and pestle to powder.
No, I have a blender.
A modern technology.
Well, I have a new machine, but it's not set up yet.
Yes. And by the way, in Africa, how we get powder is that we dry out things, whether it's cassava, whether it's potato, whether it's maize or corn, and we use these giant mortar and pestle, and we beat them.
Yes.
Right? And so you can see mainly women and children, but some men beating these things. I'm excited to know that we are now applying the things that are traditional to us, like cassie. To see it in this format excites me quite a bit, and it's something that I can buy because the nutrition value in cassie is very good.
Yes.
And even though we might not want to eat cassie, you're making something sweet, and you can throw this in there, a smoothie, and you will get the nutrition value. This is ingenious, Grandma Mirie. And between this, what else you have over here? I see you have something.
This is curry powder.
So you make your own curry powder?
Curry is not yellow, you know.
It's not yellow. What?
That curry is a plant.
Tell me that again.
I want tree bee.
What they actually name curry?
Curry tree, yes.
And we have it in Antigua?
Yes.
People normally grow it?
Not normally. But this lady gave me a little piece. And she went off to England, didn't know what to do with it. It grew into a big tree. And I took in a lady, and she was collecting mahogany seeds. I said, we're going to do it. She said it's good for blood pressure, good for... No,
that is the little helicopter.
Yes.
Things.
So I start collecting.
And it good for what, mommy?
For sugar and whatnot, diabetes.
At you?
So, anybody tell me anything, I am going to research it for myself. So she told me to type in sky fruit. When I typed in sky fruit, in the bracket I saw mahogany seeds. So I started reading. Then when I look, I saw curry tree. And I stopped reading mahogany. And so I started reading about the...
Well. So I'll get 2 pieces in. Hey, look, open the phone lines. They give me, let me let people call in and talk to Grandma Mirie for a few minutes, at least until the next break. Her something else, some other things more people call in pan. But since she here and she shares so much knowledge, every time she come, me learn something. And I want to suggest to people, folks, if you have members of your family or members of your community, please have conversations with them like we have in here, because is every single time Grandma Mirie come here, she come with something new. I don't remember her coming here 2 times and it's the same things that she come back with. She always trying something, and not only do we learn about food and food-based products, but we learned about just life and how she deal with things. Now she tell me today that mahogany seed, and by the way, as a child, we used to burst the mahogany and throw them in the sky and call them helicopter. Yeah. I know no children do that now. And there may be very few people who remember doing that. But as a boy, helicopter, the giant mahogany leaf out of the pod when it drop on the ground and burst. You were saying that that has a medicinal property and may be good for something else. Let's take the calls as they come in. Caller, good afternoon and welcome to Voice of the People.
Hey, Daniel, friends, good afternoon.
Hey, good man.
Yeah, on the topic now.
Me talk to Grandma Mirie, but talk to me quickly.
Okay, yeah, because yesterday I was trying to get you. Remember when you mentioned about the church thing and the you know what happened in the church and stuff?
Right.
When Danny said, touch not the Lord the 9th day. Well, Danny, more of ask your opinion on this. It might not be the full verse as quote for quote, but make your light shine so whole to the people can see my follower.
Right. They have a verse like that. They have it.
Right.
Yes.
So one more thing. Couple months now, you told the challenge to them about the Passover. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
And up to now, me not wait for answer. I'm going to hear him yet, so I'm still away.
All right.
So, Danny, your take and make your light shine so whole to the people can see you and follow up.
All right. No problem then.
All right.
Thanks a lot. Okay. And let's stay on the phone lines. Caller, good afternoon. We're here with Grandma Mirie.
Hello, Miss Samuel.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? Well, I have to call her Grandma Muriel, but I am accustomed to calling Miss Samuel. I agree with you because I went at that particular place to eat too, and I said, no, these are not Dukana. So when you said so, I said, okay, it wasn't me alone. And I just want to tell you how much I appreciate. When I was in the States, I sent it to Antigua for one of your book, for the book that you brought out. And truly, you see those broadleaf thyme. A lot of people don't know that is oregano. It is, right? And they have them a lot in the cemetery.
Yes, it's true.
In the public cemetery they are, and they're so better. To me, they season better than the ordinary thyme, right? And they have so much properties, and people will go and buy the expensive oregano, and that is the oregano, the broadleaf thyme. And they have
Sister, before you continue, let me ask you and Grandma Mirie, you know me drink that as a tea?
Me too.
Right, yes, me too.
What about the paracetamol?
No, me not drink them.
The paracetamol is
the plant?
too. Yes, the paracetamol.
Yeah, but I don't drink paracetamol.
Paracetamol is family to the broadleaf thyme.
But yeah, I heard that, but I don't drink. If I get a headache, I have to go and check it out because I don't normally get headache.
Yeah.
Right.
And I put it in my seasoning too. It makes a good seasoning.
And also, my mother is the one who taught me how a lot of people just use white potato to make potato salad. Yeah. My mother was the first person that taught me how to use the sweet potato and make potato salad. And I made it a time for our church. And everybody was saying, I didn't know that you take sweet potato. I said, but they can take the white potato and make potato salad. Why not the sweet potato?
Right.
And because the sweet potato having the sugar, it makes the potato salad taste so good. Yes. And really and truly, the young people, them know, Miss Samuel, they really not even over fat salt.
It's true.
But sometimes I'm saying, just say, look, me can't eat them something. Because
it's a good thing Grandma Mirie is here to show them, and you sound like you do a little cooking. So
I can cook. I'm a good cook. So when I go there, I really don't. Even when they do the red herring, go buy the red herring from a by Crystal, cut off the head of them, soak them, and you them sappy somewhere they look like soup. Them then the red herring, please. My Grandma Mirie, thank you very much.
Okay,
have a great day.
Okay, you ever use breadfruit to make salad?
Yes, and breadfruit to make pancake. Breadfruit can also make a punch.
And what about green banana?
Green banana, we use it and grate it and make fig dumpling. You can do it and make anything. You can make a drink.
They even make porridge with it.
Yes, the porridge and the plantain.
Yes, they use that.
The plantain too. The plantain make a porridge, and you couldn't believe it tick like if you when you make it, and especially that is just turning yellow.
And do you peel your banana and your plantain to make a porridge?
I peel them, but they say the iron is in the skin.
I don't. And when I cook in my fish water with banana, I don't peel them.
All right. Thank you so much, caller. Appreciate it. And Grandma Mirie, my brother, right? Elliott, because you will know the children. He's the firstborn.
Elliott and the sister.
Yes, he is partially raw in terms of his eating pattern. You know, the skin of everything he eat, Grandma Mirie. All the skin for things like watermelon and so. He will take off piece of the skin. Potato skin and so he not throw away.
Well, when I was doing the coconut, I don't peel them, I just scrub.
Right. But plenty people may not be aware that is the skin of most of the plants, that the things we throw away have a lot of nutritional content in them. Let's take the call. Caller, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Franz de Freitas.
Afternoon.
And good afternoon, Mother Samuel.
Good afternoon, Good afternoon,
Patty. Best respect of the day to you, Mother.
Thank you.
Good. Now, let me just give a rundown quickly. At 91, Mom, you realize you're born 100 years since slavery was abolished in Antigua in 1834. Born 1934, right?
Yes, well, my nephew gave me a book from 1934 with all the events.
Now, it's the first year, that's the same year that Thelma Wallin, the first black lady to be a cashier in the bank, was born. Wallin's daughter, Thelma Wallin. It's the same year that the first black man, Sir Sidney Wallin, became captain of Antigua cricket team. It's the same year that Britain had a competition, British Empire competition, and it's a gentleman from Cedar Grove, Roy S. Dublin, won that competition with his poem, Tomorrow's Blossom.
I don't know him, but I heard of him. I know his children.
Yeah. He's from Cedar Grove, but he went Dominica to teach, and so
he brought us sweets.
Lady Williams
he taught
his grandfather.
He taught us sweets.
Oh, right. And then he went Dominica.
Yeah. Yes.
But his Lady Williams' grandfather.
I know.
And he was the biggest poet we had. The British Empire said, not just the Caribbean, the British Empire. But Mother, you know, I love this show because you know how you work with me. I mean, at your age, Mom, no disrespect, is the people I like to speak to. You understand? Yep. I love this program, Mom. And Mom, for you to be 91, and you can come on the radio and talk, so there are plenty of people younger than you in France telling come then I come now when
it's true.
But Mother, God bless you.
Thank you.
Continue, Mom, because you're a great lady. Great lady.
Well, Paddy,
you know when you talk Antigua,
I don't start my day. I don't start my day without God in my life.
Right.
You know,
country for country, we have the same people as the big countries have too. So when they must celebrate for them people, let's celebrate ours.
Indeed.
Because you compare to anybody all over the world.
Indeed. Hey, thanks, Paddy, for calling and bigging up Grandma Mirie. Appreciate it. We must value the people that are there. As I say, anybody over 70 and 75 and so, I have to sit them down, catch them quick, talk to them, see where you can pull out of their mind, because the best information you get anywhere. Let's take the break, and then we're going to come back to Voice of the People.
This hour is brought to you by Battery Engineering. We know batteries inside out.
Your car ain't moving if your engine won't. Battery Engineering Limited. We sell batteries with enviable credentials. AC Delco brand, the only choice for General Motors USA. Yuasa brand, the choice of Toyota, Nissan, Mitsubishi, Honda, Subaru, and Mazda. Designed for cars with charge control and start-stop technology. Get up to 24 months warranty. Shouldn't you use the brands that top automakers choose and not the brands they refuse? Go now to Battery Engineering Limited, Independence Drive, St. John's, Antigua. Telephone 461-1629 or WhatsApp 720-2281. We sell the brands automakers choose.
Prosperity is a herbal remedy that has been naturally designed to nourish the prostate gland. Prosperity uses a combination of leaves, roots, and barks to create a tincture designed to nourish your prostate gland. It also will assist in prostate-related issues such as erectile dysfunction, swollen prostates, and problems related to the passage of urine. Call or WhatsApp 728-8289, 728-8289 and get your bottle today. Prosperity.
Great news! My iNet Home and Business online platform is ready to serve you. Visit myinethome.apoa.ag to view your iNet Home internet and landline bills, make payments, and manage your account details. To sign up, visit myinethome.apoa.ag and get a recent bill to fill in your required details. Look out for more exciting updates from iNet Home in 2025. We're just getting started.
This is Observer Radio.
You're listening to the Voice of the People on Observer Radio.
Welcome back to Voice of the People, and I just want to let everybody know what's coming up on Connecting with Dave Lester Payne, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Priest Isaac, founder of the Priest Isaac Institute of Holistic Knowledge, the truth about Captain Ibrahim Traoré, leader of Burkina Faso. This is going to be an interesting program. People should tune into it. And then from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. is Evolution Drive Time. And then again, Thursday, tomorrow, April 10, is Siblings Day. And we have right here in our studio the one and only Grandma Mirie, 90 years old. And she's going to be there. Under menu tomorrow is fungi and pepper pot. The best you're going to get anywhere. Bring your brother or sister and come. It's on the corner of Cross and Tanner Street, just below Country Pan. You can't get lost over there. And she's going to be there not only to cook, but to talk to you. And you're going to get some of the best wine that you have gotten anywhere from Grandma Mirie's Fleming Legacy Wine Collection. A toast to her 6 living siblings. Celebrate love, legacy, and the taste of home only at Julee's.